Welcome back to pregame.tv. Sunday NFL action. Cleveland at Minnesota. Guys, we've got breaking news. While we were taping the last video, we got word in the studio. Big trade in the NFL. And I got to tell you, I'm absolutely shocked. I know, we're taping on Wednesday, and this is Ken's birthday. Ken is a big Indianapolis Colts fan. He got a birthday present today. You want to tell the listeners what you got?
Yeah, first off, I'm old school. I'm a Baltimore Colts fan that just followed the horseshoe, so it has nothing to do with Indianapolis or where I'm from. Actually, a Jersey boy. Reason I'm a Colts fan, first game I ever saw when I was a little kid, Johnny U beat Bart Starr. Been a Colts fan ever since, so followed the horseshoe. In fact, when they moved in '83, and I was in the Navy, I was on an aircraft carrier in the Indian Ocean, and my dad, a big Jets fan, sends me the Daily News clipping. It's got the Mayflower convoy. Goes, your team's so crappy they had to move in a snowstorm at midnight. And, he's drawing his little pictures on there and everything. But, yes, the Colts got Trent Richardson from the Cleveland Browns. And I got this from my good pal Charles Packard, who's the resident golf pro over at Cascada, which is one of the nicer courses here in Vegas. He's a big Colts fan as well. So I knew it was real. I mean, he's not going to just joke with me. Some of the other guys I would have never thought.
We jumped online to confirm
just to make sure. But yeah, it's a big move because Ahmad Bradshaw is still healthy. You have Richardson and Bradshaw and Donald Brown. That's really going to take some pressure off Andrew Luck. So I think Richardson's got a great upside. And he'll have a couple guys in the backfield that can help him out. Now, with the loss of Vic Ballard, this makes a lot of sense. First-round pick. If Richardson peaks to be the guy I thought he's going to be, I like the move.
Yeah, okay. I agree with you. Yeah, this is great for the Colts. For Cleveland, what are you thinking? What possibly are they thinking to get rid of Richardson?
Here's the thing. They've already lost Brandon Weeden for a couple weeks. You've got Bobby Hoyer's going to start this week. And who, lo and behold, we all thought it was going to be Jason Campbell going to be stepping in. So Cleveland just struggling. Now, Richardson, I will tell you, 31 carries, only 105 yards, no touchdowns. So he has been struggling as well in the Cleveland backfield. Maybe time for Cleveland to just look to try and go wholesale substitutions, kind of change that whole offensive game plan and go another route. Maybe Whedon's out too. Who knows? I mean, they have new ownership there. You don't know what they're going to do, but they must look at this offense. You had 6 points in one game, 10 in another. They're in a lot of trouble right now in Cleveland offensively.
I have never seen a team make a trade like this in the third week of the season. I'm sorry. And there was a lot of optimism coming in this year. I know a lot of guys, I think you were one of them, thought that, they were going to be on the over for the season.
Defense has been great, though. That's what's unreal.
And I'll tell you what, last week, one of my plays was Cleveland. I lost it. I was throwing stuff at the TV. There was a play in the fourth quarter that I will ask you, a lot of guys, I'm old school, okay? So it was 4th and 4. They were at the Baltimore 39.5, 40-yard line, and 4th and 4. Do you kick, punt, it's too long for a field goal, or do you go for it on 4th and 4? Now, at the time, it was a 7-6 ball game. It's a 1-point game. There's 8 or 9 minutes left in the game.
I'm kicking it into the coffin corner and forcing the other team. I only need a field goal to win.
That's what I'm doing. They go for it on 4th down. They come up just short. They had the referee literally had to get down on his knees and see if there was any light between the football and the chain link, and they came up just short. Changed the complexion of the game because now Baltimore's got good field position.
And Marco, here's the thing. You and I agree. If it's Russell Wilson, Kaepernick, even Aaron Rodgers, a guy that we know is going to get that first down for us more than likely, but you got Brandon Weeden struggling. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you're playing a 7-6 ball game. Why? Right. Your defense has played tremendous. That goes to coaching and decision, and I don't like that type of call. You play it safe, you kick it away. Your defense has been your major asset the entire ball game.
Right.
It was just a bad call, and then they end up losing by 8 points, catching. I got it at 7. That was a game on Sunday that got steamed right before game time. That line closed at several places at 5 on Sunday. So a lot of sharp money come in on the Browns Sunday, and it was for naught. But you know what? This is your free pick. Let's go ahead and see what you got to say.
All righty. All right, and I do have the purple shirt on. Hey, I was going Minnesota anyway. I'm glad I played this particular game early because I got a 5, and I know this line's going to go up over 7 now. There's no doubt. Now, Christian Ponder, he's been less than impressive. I'm looking at it, 34 of 58, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Do not like that ratio. Got to be the other way around. You want double the touchdowns than the interceptions, not the other way around. Both teams 0-2, but inside Minnesota, they're still dangerous. So Cleveland coming up there, now limping up there without Richardson. It's a foregone conclusion. Bobby Hoyer going to get the start. Now, I did see a couple glimmers of hope for Cleveland if you're a Bobby Hoyer guy and you follow him. You know, when he stepped in New England a couple of times as a third stringer, he looked pretty good. He actually looked like he could throw the ball. Maybe that's why they're elevating him up over Jason Campbell into that backup role. They're going to give him a start, see what he's got. Maybe they think there is potential for this guy to be a starting quarterback. But they only have 16 points in their first 2 games, 10 in the opener. Of course, as Marco said, 6 against Baltimore on the road, struggling mightily. The defense has been solid, but only 2 takeaways so far in the first 2 games. Now, they do have 6 sacks. That's been Minnesota's problem. That's been their Achilles heel. Minnesota only 1 sack so far. Jared Allen has that. But look for them to bring pressure big time in this game against Bobby Hoyer. And now without Richardson in the backfield, I really think Minnesota's going to open it up. Ponder needs to take care of business, get it into Jerome Simpson's hands. He's been real solid. 9 catches already, 189. Greg Jennings, former Packer, has 8 receptions. And then Kyle Rudolph got a nice touchdown last week, has 5 receptions, 69 yards. Another guy needs to get the ball. You don't have Percy Harvin, but you've got another Percy Harvin in the making. Cordarrelle Patterson, this guy is ridiculous. This kid out of Tennessee. Got to get this guy the ball. Ran a kickoff back last week. I love this guy. If you follow Clemson football, Sammy Watkins, this is the exact same guy coming out of Knoxville. This Cordarrelle Patterson, he will be a game breaker, a difference maker, a Percy Harvin type or a Devin Hester type. He is somebody that will return big plays, kickoffs, punts, and he'll have some big elusive receptions as well. I'm looking for Patterson to be that guy that takes pressure off Adrian Peterson. That's another thing. I think Peterson, because of the passing game, will be able to get things rolling. If they just try to run him first and then pass second, Cleveland could stay in this game. But I think they go the other way. I think they loosen up the defense first, get the 8 out of the box by opening it up, throwing to Patterson, throwing to some of the other guys, and taking some pressure up, and then opening it up for Peterson to have a field day. It's in Minnesota. I think now Minnesota wins this game between 10 and 20 points. Marco, that's where I'm going to be, but I expect this line now to steam. First, it'll be off the board initially right now because of the trade, but I expect it to steam to 7, 7.5.
All right, well, Minnesota, you know, they got, the only thing I can say with them is, you know, I hate laying points with Minnesota with Christian Ponder. That's the only thing that keeps me from getting involved in this particular game. He's got to hit some passes, this guy, because last week, 33 rushes, 123 yards. You got Adrian Peterson, and you go back to the first week, 22 and 105. One of them was like, what, a
79 yard at first play of the game.
So you take that one run out, they have done nothing in the running game since. And you've got the best running back in football. Christian Ponder's got to open it up, and they got to make him make plays. Whether it's good or bad, he's got to stretch the defense. Pure and simple.
I agree.
All right, there it is. Ken says to take Minnesota, lay the points. It is going to go up with this trade. Grab it as quickly as you can get it. We're taping on Wednesday as this news was breaking. Minnesota, lay the points. Ken likes them big. We're going to come right back. Monday Night Football, Oakland at Denver. Pregame.tv.